friends, do you want to learn how to do another sewing DIY clothing project thing? If you do, stick around. If you don't, I won't be offended if you leave, because that's what we're doing today. We're learning how to applique a t-shirt. Like this one, wow. Okay, anyway, for this you will need a plain t-shirt that you want to decorate, some paperback fusible webbing, and a fabric markers. They're purple and they fade after time, which we want because you don't just want marker all over your picture. Here is a complete list of everything I used. Alright, so our first step is to draw the picture you want to make. Remember, it should be fairly simple if you have to cut out every individual piece. All drawn? Good. Now we're going to make all the individual pieces in the actual size you want, and then we'll have a bunch of cutout paper pieces. And now you get to choose what fabrics you want to use for it. Okay, so now sort your paper pieces into how many are going to be cut out of each different fabric. You know, you get what I'm saying? Okay, and then we're going to take one of our fabrics and cut out a piece just big enough to cut out all of your shapes. So for example, I cut these 3 roofs out of the same shape, and then we're going to cut out a piece of webbing, same size, and iron it on. There will be instructions on yours, but it's a low heat iron. Just go over it for a couple seconds, let it cool down, and then make sure they're stuck together, because sometimes I had some difficulty getting them to actually work. But don't over iron it, because that ruins it apparently. Alright, and when that's cooled down, we can trace our pieces onto our webbing fabric that we have now, and then cut them out. Okay, and repeat that with your other fabrics that you're using, and now you'll have all of the pieces you'll need. You can arrange them if you want to admire. After you've cut the pieces out, if you have a purple marker with an eraser on the other end, because some of them are like that, you can erase the purpley bits and then let it dry, because they will come off eventually anyway, but the iron makes them really bright, and then you're like, whoa, I don't want that. And that startled me when I did it. Arrange them all first, make sure your whole image is centered and stuff, and then peel the paper off of the one that goes in the back of the image, because you gotta like start at the base and work your way up. So yeah, peel the paper off, iron it on, 3 to 5 seconds, low heat. Alright, so you've got all your layers and you've ironed them all on. That looks like an image. Wow. Cool. You made it. Good. At this point, you could say you're done, go play outside, but I would recommend top stitching along all the edges. It might look better, depending on your picture. And also, if you don't, I'd be paranoid it would start fraying or peeling or something. But you can always deal with that later. But yeah, you're done. If you were sewing along with me, if you weren't, you just watched me talk about appliques for a couple minutes. If you want, you could tell me other sewing projects you'd like. I think we'll continue this sewing in May thing, because I'm just making all the free clothing I can while I still have access to my mom's sewing room. And then when I'm gone, I won't have a sewing machine anymore, so I'm just gonna have to come back and visit and sew all weekend. No, I'll send away for Mom to make. Oh Mom, can you make me a unicorn sweater, and like I need some more skirts, can you just make them and send them over? I wouldn't put it past myself.